This works. This works. You know how they say like, this might be confusing. This looks this is a lot better. You know how they say like, they all work at the end of the day. You can trade negative RR, positive RR. I personally have a negative RR, so it's not even on this chart to be honest. It shows a minimum 1-to-1. You know me, with like a 0.25 to 1 or something, right? For the most part on average. So it's on the chart, but I think our win rate is also not on the chart as well. Our win rate is 83.5. So I guess yeah, eventually it's gonna expand the chart. Eventually it'll show. But it all works. Like you can have a negative RR, as you can see. You can have a positive RR. No matter what you have, you can still win as long as your win rate is high. Or sorry, with the negative RR, as long as your win rate is high, you can win. If you have a small win rate, you can also win as well. You can have a 20% win rate and have a 5-1 RR. You can still be profitable. That's how it works. Yeah, man. There's different ways to go about it. There's no best, clearly. It's just how do you read the charts, right? How do you read the charts, and what's your goal in trading? What's your goal every day? How do you trade? Is your plan to hold runners? Is your plan to scalp? Is your plan to catch the range to the next range? If so, how good are you at doing that? What's the probability of your trades playing out on average? Okay, from there on out, as you go look at your journal trades every day, you look at your trades in your journal, and how you're taking the past, and you see the results, you see the RR, you see all of this, that, right? And you gain some type of confidence because you're like, cool, these trades I have that are taken under this type, this breakout, this entry type, this time frame gives me a X amount of win rate, and by looking at all those three things, that gives me the confidence to enter my trades. Oh yeah, that just gives you the confidence to enter your trades, right? And from there on out, you just take those trades. So it's not about like, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't want to focus on the risk to reward tool like this and say, and like pick the risk to reward tool and work backwards. I'll say start off with the strategy and then let the risk to reward tool find itself, or let the risk to reward and win rate find itself. But you got to focus on this first. You can't focus on this without having this, because this is actual skill. It takes years to develop this, and this, right? It can take you 5 seconds to develop this. You'll pick the highest one. You obviously pick the 5-to-1, but how are you gonna be able to get 5-to-1 trades that are profitable? And that's the problem with a lot of traders. A lot of traders, when they first start trading, they go and like, okay, what's my RR gonna be? And then they start to pick whatever the highest is, just because that's what most people on Instagram does, right? But I'll say focus on this, the journal, and then the rest will come naturally, because then the RR will find itself. Like, I didn't know I'll have a negative RR. It can't just happen over time. But that's the best way to go about it, I'll say.